What's up, guys? I'm Alex.
I'm Jason. We're the Table Monkeys, and we are back with another video talking about the Canadian qualifier, which is continuing to grow and hype up. You may have heard the big news most recently.
Big Matt Mask is coming.
Yeah, coming to compete. Obviously, after his last loss to Jordan, he's feeling like he got a lot of flack for it. He put out that video saying, should I retire? He's got no intentions of retiring. But he said, you know what? People that are questioning where I'm at and everything, I want to start building my way up. And he also kind of made the note that he really developed his style pulling in tournaments, right?
Yep.
And then also noted that there haven't really been too many big tournaments over the last number of years. So he's trying to find like what's the right level because he thinks he's above that WAF, provincial, national, even maybe world level. At least that's not the route he wants to go. He wants to go the more professional route. East versus West is the pinnacle of the professional leagues at this moment. So he's like, let's climb the ladder. He was there at Elmo, saw the space, everything, got an idea of how epic this event's going to be, and was like, yep, you know what? That's the right route for me is smash everybody there, then move on to Virginia, smash everybody there, and then smash whoever qualifies from the East, I think is his plan.
Exactly, yeah. So, he has no intention of losing at East versus West, so super heavies, watch out.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a competitive tournament is the main thing that we're trying to put out. Really, in reality, if you think about it, COVID kind of killed WAL and PAL, and those leagues were really keeping things separate as far as East and West, and that really opened the door for England to be like, yeah, fuck that. Let's see the best in the East and the best in the West, and he started this league, and it's really grown quickly into something that's really prestigious, which is what's going to happen at this day. Is we're hoping for some pretty high level competition. I know John Tarian's thinking about going. I've seen that BLM wants to go. Nicolo
Gazzetto.
Yeah, these are like top guys, at least in Ontario, for the weight classes that their respective weight classes. And we're seeing a lot of entries from all over the country. So this is going to be an extremely competitive event
across all weight classes.
Obviously,
even amateurs getting more competitive these days.
Yeah, for sure. Amateurs getting really competitive, and we're going to talk about amateur a little more, but we are going to try to keep the amateur class relatively competitive too. We don't want it to be we don't want people going in there just to wreck people, but we want it to be for people that aren't going to necessarily still aren't at that pro level, at least not to this level of competition. And then the real prestige is obviously that you're qualifying, but we want to make this tournament we want to give everybody an opportunity to get something back and to make it exciting for everybody. So we're working on getting as many prizes as possible. We don't want to announce the prizes until we have them all 100% confirmed and locked in. But the idea that we're going to go with is similar to the Pembroke tournament, right?
Yeah. So this is only going to be in the pro class. With every win you get, you're going to get a raffle ticket. So obviously, the more wins you get, the more tickets you get, and you're going to be entered into a raffle to win the prizes. So obviously, the more wins you get,
the more chances you get to win prizes
you get. So come in, try to get as many wins as possible. But even if you get one win, you still have a chance to win
some of the prizes. Yeah, and we're working on getting some pretty cool prizes together. So again, we're not going to announce the specific prizes until we have them. But like Alex said, you only need to win one match to have an opportunity to win the prizes. And then we'll announce the prizes and the raffles and everything before the finals, because if you make it to the finals, that's a whole nother level of prestige, right? So, that's just the quick hype. A lot of the announcements we need to make. The first one is the 20% discount is no more.
Yes, so 20% discount ended
last night.
The end of February. Yep. Now for the next 3 weeks, so until March 18th, we'll have TM10 as a code now on the website to get your tickets 10% off.
Yep.
So just enter TM10 at checkout to continue getting discount for your tickets.
Yeah, and with the way that the website for the tickets was set up in the beginning, and because this is the first time we've done a tournament at this level and everything, it was a little confusing for us to figure out how to offer the amateur entry forms as well in the tickets, but we figured out how to make that kind of work, and we've had a lot of requests for it. That was also the thing, was we weren't sure how many requests we have and everything, and this is turning into such a big tournament. The more that we can get done before the days open, or before the doors open the day of, the easier and the smoother everything's going to run. So we are going to start offering the amateur registration forms on the ticket on the website in the link down below as of today as well. So the way that works, because the idea was that we wanted arm wrestlers to get a $10 discount on their entry fee, you're going to everybody buys a spectator ticket at this point. And then if you're competing amateur, your first amateur one, which is one amateur entry form, will be $20 instead of $30. So that's where the $10 saving is going to come in. And then the way the tickets are worked out, it's already worked into the price. Like that $10 discount's already worked into the price for all the pro registration forms. But that's just how it's going to work for the amateurs. So your amateur one, which is one registration form, will be $20. Your amateur two, which is two registration forms, will be $50 because the second form is the $30 that it's supposed to be, right?
Yep.
So those will be available.
Link in description to buy tickets.
If you've already bought a spectator ticket, it doesn't matter. Like regardless of whether you buy the amateur registration form or not, you need to buy the spectator ticket to use it.
Yeah.
So that's how that works.
And then a question we've been getting quite recently is, can you compete in multiple qualifiers? So a lot of people are doing multiple qualifiers in the States, or even if you
John Terrian, right?
John Terrian, exactly. So John Terrian's already qualified in Florida. He can still compete in our event. Let's say he wins our event, then the qualification will just get deferred to the next two. So if he gets first, second and third will qualify to go to Virginia.
And this also works with international pullers. So these tournaments are meant to be open, and the idea that and all the people that are running it, when discussing it, the idea was we want to allow people to pull in as many tournaments as possible to let all these tournaments sort of be as big as possible. So even if you're an international puller, which technically means you can't qualify for the West, if you want to come to the tournament, you can come to the tournament. If you win the tournament, same thing as if you had already qualified. It'll just defer to the person, the next person below you.
Yep.
So again, it doesn't really devalue the qualifications. It allows the tournament to get even more competitive while still, making it for only the people in the West to qualify, and most likely only the people that are in Canada to do so as well, right?
Yeah.
So hope that answers that question. If that's confusing, ask some more questions and we'll continue to try to answer it. But the premise is you can compete in as many qualifiers as you want, and the East versus West tournament committee, we've got a way to figure it out.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we're going to go back to talking about the venue a little bit. So on the main floor, we've got that big stage where we have two tables for competitors to compete at the same time.
Yeah, so this is the pro stage. This is the big one on top, right? And we're going to have two tables for amateur as well, but the stage is much different, right?
Yeah.
So this pro stage is, it's a 5-foot elevation. It's monstrous. It's got a huge screen behind it, lights, speakers.
It's meant for big bands, right?
Exactly, right? So
we're going to offer team tables available on the perimeter around the stage, so you can get a great view and you can set up your team there. You can hang out there, just put all your stuff there, and have a sectioned off area for just you and your team.
Exactly.
So there's going to be two tables right in front of the stage. So those are the platinum tables, and then two tables on the right hand side and two tables on the left hand side.
I think it's 3 and 1,
three
but
and one.
The ones that are a little bit off center of the stage still have a great view of the stage and have really good view of the TVs and everything. And all the team tables come with the same amenities. So the team tables are designed for 10 people. Mm-hmm. They come with 2 buckets of beer. They come with a basket of complimentary snacks. We're going to be doing these activities down on the amateur floor, like in the Starlight Room, the ground level floor. And what we're going to do there is a test your might, again, just to continue to promote and push arm wrestling. Mm-hmm. So we're not going to have the video game or anything, but we're going to have a back pressure set up, the traditional how do you test your back pressure on a table, and then the traditional spinning handle on a deadlift. So we'll have those. You can buy tickets to have a certain number of attempts. If you're at the top of the board at the end of the day, there's going to be a prize involved. So it's just going to be a way for everybody to have fun. If you buy a team table, you get a bunch of tickets to participate in those events without having to pay for them. So that's what the activities are. Again, just continuing to try to make this event as much about arm wrestling and push arm wrestling to the public as much as possible. There's also 2 bench seats. So we'll hopefully put some pictures up in this video of kind of how the booth's going to be, or the team tables are going to be designed. Mm-hmm. 2 bench seats, some bar stools. There's going to be a roping it off so none of the riffraff get in there, and we'll also be putting your team logos on the chairs and on the ropes and everything, so it's signified as your team area.
Yeah, exactly. So those tables are going to be offered so the platinum tables will be $450 a table, and then the gold tables, which are the ones that are not in front of the stage, will be at $350 per table.
Yeah,
and again, these are designed for 10 people, but you can bring more people, you can have less, and split it amongst yourselves. And if you want to buy a team table,
those are available
those
now.
are available now in the link below.
Yeah, for the ticket, same place you get the tickets.
Yeah.
And yeah, there are a limited number of them, obviously. So, and the venue as well, it does have a limited number of seats. So we are going to be doing VIP seats upstairs, which we're going to announce later. We're still ironing out all the details of that. But the seating on the pro stage, like that floor, is sort of limited, so most of it will be taken up by these team seats. There will be a lot of seating downstairs in the amateur area for you to just rest your feet and stuff if you need to get off your feet. But if you want to sit and watch the pro tournament and you want a guaranteed seat, you're going to need to get in on these team tables. And again, you know, 3 different teams with 3 people each could buy in. You can do it however you want. It doesn't like it has to be one team. The whole team logo thing is just, again, to make it more special for anybody who gets it. So
yeah.
And then I guess the last thing is pre-registration.
Yeah, so obviously the competition will be on Saturday, April 8th. But if you want to register before and weigh in, you can come in on April 7th. So that's the Friday before, from between 12 and 4 p.m.
Yep.
And you can register, weigh in, get everything ready so you're ready to go for the next day.
Yeah, and when you do that, you'll get your wristband, all the stuff that you need. You'll be in the system. So the day of, you can just show up. You won't have to, like, you'll be able to walk past the bouncers and everything and just show your wristband and stuff and get right in. So like Alex said, if you want to sort of expedite that process, you can come the day before and do all that. And same thing, if you haven't gotten bought your registration forms and stuff, you can do all that day as well. So it's just a way for us, again, to make everything run smoother the day of. And then as far as the day of goes, we just want to go over that timing a little bit, because I'm sure everybody's starting to plan their trip and plan how they're going to get here and where they're going to be. Registration opens at 10 a.m. the day of, so April 8th, 10 a.m. registration opens. 12 p.m. amateur registration closes.
Yep, so you've got 2 hours to really make sure that you're there right on time, right at 10 a.m.
Yeah, especially the amateurs.
Yep.
and or pre-register. And obviously, like Alex said, the early weigh-ins, if you need to make weight and you want your 24 hours to rehydrate, then you got to come pre-register the day before, obviously. So that's the main reason why we're setting that pre-registration up, is to give people the opportunity to get their weights done in advance.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, amateur registration the day of, 12 p.m. That's when it closes. Hard close. This event is going to be run very, very, very tight. So we're not going to be leaving like, somebody shows up a half hour late. Oh, but I drove 2 hours. I'm really sorry. You should have left earlier. The tournament started. Like, once we're in it, we're in it. There's going to be too many like moving parts to get in there and start changing things as we're going. That's what's going to cause a lot of things to get messed up. So we are going to be very, very strict with the times. So again, 12 p.m. amateur registration, hard stop. 12:30 amateur tournament starts. And one of the things, because we're running it on 2 floors, we don't have to worry about the amateur tournament taking so long that it bleeds into the time for the pro tournament, therefore pushing the pro tournament back to where you have guys in the pro tournament pulling at like 11:30 at night. That's not going to happen at this tournament, because we've got it split up. So amateur starts at 12:30. The pro registration closes at 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep. So you got an extra couple hours because we go 10 till 2 to register as a pro. And then that's hard close again.
Yeah.
No registrations after that. And then the pro tournament starts at 3 p.m.
Yeah, exactly. And like we've been promoting, there's going to be a band. My brother's actually a well-known musician around Toronto, and I just got some of his songs on 94.9 on the radio and stuff. And he's going to be playing music that day in between the arm wrestling. So he'll be starting sort of the pro show off at 2:00 with his first set. So that'll, of course, sort of signify that we're moving along and that the pro tournament's going to start. And then in between the tournament part and the finals, because as we're doing with this tournament, if you don't already know, we're going to run each class down to the final 4, double elimination style, and then those final 4 will move on to a 4-man round robin in the finals, and that's going to guarantee that we get to see all 4 of the best 4 pull each other at least once in the finals, and should make for a really exciting finals. Yeah. So anyway, the music will be before the tournament starts, before the finals, and then after the finals are done, a big set where we really get to just kind of party and do a bunch of after pulling and just enjoy the everybody that's there kind of thing,
exactly.
Right? So
let's just to reiterate a couple things. TM10 to get 10% off your tickets, link down below. Team tables now available. Same link down below. We got 2 platinum and 3 or 4 gold. Get them now because there is obviously only a limited number of tables.
Yep. And yeah, just keep hyping it up. Keep telling everybody about it. VIP seats are going to be available. We're going to be announcing those soon. Don't forget that Matt Mask is going to be there, so that should be epic. And yeah, just we're super excited to get the opportunity to throw this tournament. We're just trying to throw as much at it as possible, make it as good as possible, and just create a great day for everybody to enjoy arm wrestling, right, and push the sport forward. So that's the video. Like the video, smash the bell, comment, subscribe, even
all the things,
all of that stuff, and
monkeys out.